Ladies and gentlemen, and all the other important people, welcome to The End Is
Super cool.
Super Cool.
No? Is that not correct? Is it not super
That
cool?
is not correct.
Oh, cue me in again.
And welcome to The End Is.
Super cool.
Guys, it's Psy. It's
Oh,
Psy.
Psy. Sorry, that's right. Hold on, let me look at the title and make sure that you're right. It is Psy. The end is Psy. Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry to fumble
Todd
that
is
right out the
throwing me
gate.
for a loop. He's changing the name on us.
Yeah,
He's
let's
figured,
talk
hey,
about
maybe
name
this is
changes.
better.
What were you last week? Some sort of daddy. Now, what are you this week? Lil Boy Blue. Right? Of Todd who vibes with Miles. Like of Todd sounds like if you've ever watched The Handmaid's Tale, you're of Todd. You would be my subservient lady, I should say at this point.
That would be very confusing last week if I was daddy of
Yep.
Todd who vibes with Miles.
Now you're my little boy Blue. This is some interdimensional TV type situation here. Well,
Yeah.
yes. Well, welcome to the episode. Welcome to the pod. Nate, what do we do on this pod?
We normally review movies,
Mm-hmm.
and then from those movies we take two topics, and that's the next episode, and we go over those topics.
We sure
Now,
do.
those topics we're not experts on by any means. We become
No.
Google experts on those.
Yeah, again, I think I mentioned this the last time we did the topics was we read the articles so you don't have to. So that's basically like it exists. You could go find it, but we're also lazy now, and we're trying to be just a little less lazy and help you learn something, or just
So
hear
wait,
us
we're
talking
being
in your ear.
less lazy, so we're trying to do more work?
We're being less lazy to help other people do less work.
Okay.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. So this episode is the movie review episode, and we are reviewing. What is that again, Nate? What are we reviewing on this fine program?
It is 2006 Accepted.
It is the Justin Long. Even though I always want to call him Jason Long. I don't know why. I always forget. I get him confused with Jason Schwartzman's name. But anywho, I don't know. I don't know why.
Sure.
I don't know why. It's just a thing. But yes, we'll get into that in a little bit. But before that, what's new? What's been happening the last week or so?
So maybe a little old by now, but
It's
I
all
don't know
right.
if you've seen the recent updates to Alamo Drafthouse.
I have. I think I screen capped that. Sometimes when I'm on TikTok, I know TikTok, and doing other things, I'll screen cap it. And that was one where I was like, I need to talk to Nate about this because this franchise, this entire establishment was built on one idea, Nate. One.
Yeah,
And that was
that
no
was
phones.
no phones, no talking, just you there for the movie and the experience, and that's it. But now they're doing away with it because it's going to save them money
Mhm.
instead of hiring people to take those orders. They're like, oh, we'll just use a phone. That way people can order what they want from a phone.
Yeah. So I think I spoiled what your reveal was. Yeah. So it's just automatic ordering through. Like, get your phone out and order it. Right? Do you have like the text or the notices or anything like that from them? They're like
No.
press release about it. Okay. Yeah. I don't have it in front of me either. I didn't know what your topic was. So, but I mean, essentially, yeah. It was. Hey, the CEO was even talking about it, right? I believe.
Hmm.
Like, hey, yep, we're just gonna have them order through the phone. So they're encouraging you to take out your phone in the middle of the movie and do this. And it's like that's the antithesis to Alamo Drafthouse. That's the only reason your establishment ever had success and still remains today, even though it's fallen off a bit in recent years. But man.
All right, so real quick, I pulled it up on
Oh,
their
okay.
screen. So they say, with this implementation of this new system, what's allowed during the movie? Mobile
Mhm.
ordering on a dark screen,
Dark
yes.
screen. The
And then
fuck are you
scrolling
talking
on
about?
Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, any other social media platform, no. Recording the screen with your phone, no. Talking on phone calls, no. Talking loudly, no. Talking quietly, no. Arriving late, no. Being generally disruptive or rude to your neighbors, no.
So they tried to have tried to have their cake and eat it too, is what I'm hearing. Look, this horrible rule we're telling you to take out your phones, but by the way, don't do all those other bad things. We're a strict movie theater.
What I was wondering is what happens if I decide to go to the movie and not bring my phone? Then what do they do?
Oh, that's that's a good call. Uh, it's just there's still is it paper and pencil still? Like, but thank goodness if they're not taking the order,
Yeah, they're trying to do
then
away with the paper and pencil with this whole
I never
phone
thought about that
ordering.
until this point. How do they do that without? Yeah, well, most of us are such studious moviegoers, and I say that from like two people in this conversation, where we turn off our phones or at least silence them completely, put them away. Like we don't even worry about them. We don't have Apple Watches that go off every single time your hand twitches. We don't check the time every 5 seconds, whatever. But yeah, I don't know how would you do that. That's a good question. Email the CEO and get back to me. We'll have a report from Nate next week.
They won't care. It's one person.
Every voice is strong, Nate, and every voice and vote counts. I hope you know.
That's
yeah,
fair.
I did.
That's fair.
I don't think you believed me, but I
I do believe you. Takes one person
No.
to stand up and then others to follow.
That's true. See, we don't like followers, but my God, do we need some lemmings on the good side of things? Walk off the good cliffs, guys. Yeah,
What about you? You got anything that you've made meaning out of the meantime?
Did I make meaning out of the meantime, you ask me? I caught up on a lot of TV shows. That's not really meaning. Maybe let's save that for recommendations. I'm trying to think of what I did last week. I do. So I am trying to like treat myself, and I do every like month. I'll do one massage. Like I'll just go all out and have a massage. And I've gone to the same person, but even with the same person, when you get like it's like get undressed or whatever, get under the covers or whatever, and you're laying there, and they're outside of the room, and then they do a little knock. What do you say? Yes, come in. I kind of do like a ready. It's the most awkward.
That is a very awkward way to go about it.
Yeah, but what am I supposed to say?
Ready?
Come in. I don't like. It's not a bathroom. It's always the weirdest. I don't get it.
What happens if you just don't answer?
Well, then I don't think they'd have to knock again. Are you ready? I'd be like, I usually like it's like when somebody knocks on like a private bathroom and you're like, someone's in here. Like, I mean, you always freeze for a moment and have to think about as a human, how do I interact with this other human? But that's how I feel every single time. And I heard a cat.
Yeah, there's sin. Real nosy right now.
Yeah, we used to get Heimdog interruptions, and now we're getting sins. Just passing. She's taking up the torch. I see a cat on the screen. Viewers, you can't see this cat staring at us. She knows my voice. She can hear it. She knows. Uncle Todd's here. Where is Jaime, by the way?
Massages. He's out on the couch, laying down, passed out.
Nice. Love
being
that.
a good boy,
him.
Not disrupting the podcast.
What were we going to say about massages?
How was, your massage, though? Was it good? Like, you go hour long, hour and a half?
Hour and a half is what I go.
Okay. So, yeah, you really are bougie.
That's why I don't go that often, though, because I can't justify that. Every time, I have buyer's remorse every single time, but then it's like, you want to schedule your next one? I'm like, hell yeah, I do. So then I have about 3 or so weeks where I really go, oh no, should I spend this money again? But honestly, I'm single. I'm just chilling. Like I'm not out partying and whatever. So that's my treat.
I think from now on, you need to just have a different introduction every time they knock on the door. You ready? Be like, hell yeah, I'm ready. Really enthusiastic one time and.
Oh, but my head is like face down in like the donut wedge thing, when it's like squished. I mean, I thrive on those awkward interactions, but man, they happen a little too much.
I mean, if we want to get really awkward, I think next time we record the podcast while you're getting a massage, your head in the donut, just recording the episode.
Try and get a real good one of those USB mics for like a phone, and just have it I'll just FaceTime myself or FaceTime you as I'm face down. Yeah, I'm sure my therapist would love that. She's like, no, thank you. But yeah, anywho, so that's what I made. Meantime, I did the massage, and then I usually go treat myself to some food. By the way, I went to a place called My Neighbor Felix, and I got sat at a little table. There's all these booths in the bar area that weren't taken, and no one ever came in to take those while I was there. But they sat me at the tiny little table, and I'm like, I guess wouldn't your default be to sit me at a goddamn booth? You know that's what we all prefer. But anyway, that wasn't even the main issue.
Was it the cuck table?
It might as well have been, because there was a couple near me. Like, it's just, and then it really honestly was, because here's how the story unfolds. So I'm sitting there, and there's a big like U-shaped bar to my left, and the bartender / waitress, she's the one serving me, the running the bar. She's like, hey, talking to me, getting all the stuff. She's really great. And then this guy, this older man, this handsome man, comes and sits solo at the bar. And then she walks into the bar, turns her back, and leans against the bar, so her back is facing me. And then I get the worst service for the next hour. Like, at one point, I got a box to go. I know that's heresy because I didn't eat it, but I did it for the optics. But I got it, and so I had my food boxed up. My drink never got refilled; it was empty. And she's like, "Okay." She gave me the box and walked away, and then proceeded not to come back. What did she think I was doing there? I wasn't there to eat anymore. And so then she turned her back and started talking again. Then she came over and gave me the check finally, like 5 minutes later, and then went and stood back against me again. Wouldn't you face me? And the only other couple that I was being cucked by at that time were also facing that way, so she couldn't see any of us. It took about 5 to 10 minutes in between each interaction, even though it was just me and there was nobody else there. And I was, guys, what are we doing? What are we doing? I didn't feel very neighborly, but, anyway, that wasn't really.
Yeah, I feel like that's the kind of neighbor you would want. You want a neighbor that doesn't give you interaction at all. You're just like, nope, you mind yourself and I'll mind myself.
I will save. I'll save that rant for another one. It's gone off the rails over here. Yes. But anywho, it's anywho. I mean my neighbor situation, not this pod, but maybe both. All right. Well, I think
tune
that's
in next
enough.
Time for the neighbor situation.
Yes, the neighborly update. All right. I think that's it for what we've been doing. Unless you got anything else burning inside you.
Nope, I got nothing else.
Okay. What now?
All right. Well, now we'll get into the movie review.
Sick.
Normally here, I think this is where you would put in the spoiler alert.
No, but I stopped doing that. So, audience, I'm going to give you a peek behind it because we used to talk about the movie non-spoiler and then start spoiling. We don't do that anymore. Right. So it's spoilers the whole time. And I was like, I don't need that drop anymore. And there was that, when we were talking about in a recent one where it's like dun 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 dun. And I said, if Todd remembers, it's not in there.
I know. I listened back to it, and it was me making the noise of being like, "Oh, this is not it. This is not correct."
No. When I was like, I'm not gonna. And when I looked, when I was listening back, editing it, I was like, "Huh." I looked for the drop. It wasn't in my files, and I went, "Man, it ain't fucking worth it." So we got here.
So for those OGs out there,
yes, the OGs are missing it. If you want more production value, we need to get an intern.
Yeah,
give us definitely 50 years. All right. Well, yes, 2006 is accepted. I'll put us back on the track here.
Yes, please do. I don't want to be thinking about 50 years from now.
You think I'm alive in 50 years?
That's what I was thinking.
That would be a modern medical miracle. I mean,
2006 accepted.
It shouldn't be bad, but okay, yeah, go on. I accept you. Moving on.
All right. Let's go through the background.
Okay.
Plot follows Bartleby Gaines, a high school graduate who, after being rejected by every college he applies to, concocts a plan to create a fake university with his friends to convince his parents he's moving forward with his education. As more students also rejected from other schools mistakenly applied to the fictional South Harmon Institute of Technology, S.H.I.T, Bartleby and his friends decide to run the school as if it were a real institution.
That is straight from Wikipedia, so thank you, Wiki, for that. Or IMDb. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's Wikipedia. Nate, before we jump, so that's the plot. Do you remember the first time? Like, what are your overall thoughts around Accepted? Like, when did you see it? Like, why was it your pick?
I watched it when it first came out, so yeah, 2006.
Almost. Shit, and 20 years ago now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watching it, I was in a younger mindset. There's still a good message behind this movie, but there's stuff in here where it's like, okay, they went to the extreme of this will be funny. Let's throw it in there. This should get
It's
a quick laugh.
yeah, it's a product of its time.
Yeah.
Just like Flight of the Navigator was. He's done it to me,
Todd,
folks.
what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I remember watching it back. So I mean, I was right in that college age for sure when it came out, and I remember really like it's funny, but like watching it again, I was like, oh my god, that's the cheesiest thing, or that's so plot convenient. It's like I was like, this is definitely a first draft kind of like here's the fun story, like a premise. Let's not there's no logic used for, I mean, 90% of it, but it was fun. Like, and it makes, there's some things I still obviously laughed at. The cast, great cast, there's some really good people in there. And yeah, I mean, I just remember liking it at the time, and then I haven't watched it in 20 years, so that's how I didn't go back to it. But I do remember when I saw the poster and everybody's kind of standing there, Justin Long and everybody, and it's like, okay. And then I totally forgot about the South Harmon Institute of Technology shit acronym and all that, and it kind of flooded back. But yes, it's a nice easy watch. It's like an hour and a half. By the way, you can't get it for free anywhere as far as I could tell. So if you want to watch it, about $4, which isn't crazy, but still, for a 20-year-old movie, it should be probably free somewhere. But
Yeah, you'd think somewhere you should be able to find it.
this isn't going to hit the Criterion Collection. Like, I think we're good to give it for free,
I mean, it hit my collection.
Are you saying you have the Criterion Collection standards in your wall?
No, I'm talking my physical media collection.
Yes. Which, physical media is dying. Everybody buy physical media. I was doing I didn't buy like digital versions of stuff, but I did slow down on the purchasing of physical stuff for a long time. Anywho, aside.
Yeah, so the director is Steve Pink,
Mm-hmm.
which Todd noted down here. He directed Gross Point Blank,
Yep.
High Fidelity,
Yep.
and Night and Day.
Sure did. Those first two were classics of, I think, like early 90s. A lot of what's his name? John Cusack
Okay.
movies. And then Night and Day, I think, might be a future episode. I love that movie. That's Tom Cruise and Cameron Diaz. It's so good. It's so funny. And it honestly, I think that's an underrated. It would have hit the underrated list had we been doing this in the previous era. But yeah. Yeah, so he's got some good ones under there. Like, he knows what he's doing.
Yep. Story is Mike Perez.
Mark?
That's all
but
we
yes,
got.
I also don't
Mark.
know.
Yeah, he did say Mark
It's
on
all
this,
good.
guys. It does say Mark. I just can't read. Remember that.
The screen was a little blurry earlier, so I'm gonna say it's that. But yeah,
Thanks.
I don't know anything else he's done. I didn't look into Mark Perez that much, but
Yeah, so we'll go down the list of the cast, and I think I'm going to kind of break it down, see how we felt about them playing these characters.
for sure.
So first off, we're going to start with Justin Long.
Mm-hmm.
He plays Bartleby Gaines. Now, when this movie came out, he was age 27. Do you feel like he fit the college freshman
I
role?
think so. I don't think 27 is too far out. He's got a young kind of demeanor and that party boy kind of thing. Did you think he was too old for that?
No, I feel like he fit the role just fine for that.
Yeah, I mean, he's supposed to be 18, right? But
yeah. Now, as his character, how do you think his growth was through the movie? Do you think good,
I don't
bad?
think there was any. I think he was always as smart as he was at the end. He just got a chance to showcase it at the end. Like, I think, and I mean, the entire premise is that he's really smart and he's crafty. I honestly don't think there was growth. There was nothing he changed inside himself.
Nothing
People
really
around him
for me with
changed.
him. Yeah. I feel like he's gonna be a con artist in the future, though. No matter what, he's like, all right, how do I do this? It's gonna be illegal. How can I get myself out of this? That's how I feel his future character is gonna be.
You know what I wrote in my notes? That this is the fucking Fire Festival of movie plots. Like, he is gonna start Fire Festival. This is what his next scheme would have been.
Yep. All right, moving down the list, we have Blake Lively as a Monica. She was 18 when this was filmed, so matched up perfectly. How do you feel with her character development?
I said a lot of people change around them. I also don't think she changed at all. I think she was always just kind of, and we'll get into it later, I think the women in this movie are very one reason for existence, and that's to be pretty and a motivator for the guys, aside from one other character, which we'll get to.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
I think I forgot she was in this, but she's a good actress. I liked her in like The Town and stuff, but I haven't seen her in the more recent ones. Like I didn't see that Jason Baldoni movie with all the messy stuff around it.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like she was very plateau, didn't change anything. I think the only thing that changed was she pursued more of her passion, but a lot of people did that in this movie.
Right. It's easy to pursue your passion if somebody buys you an expensive camera and just gives it to you.
Right?
But anyway, yeah.
Let's see. Going down, we have Jonah Hill as Sherman Schrader. He was age 22 when this came out.
That's crazy. I mean, he looks his age. This is the, how do we say this, PC, the larger era of Jonah Hill. Like he was a larger guy when he started out in this, and I think he's talked about it, and he's gone on journeys about like slimming down and stuff like that. But I mean, I liked this Jonah Hill version of him. Like he's still as snappy, and he's great. He's got great comedic timing. All that is there, and he did change in the story.
Yeah,
What
I think out of everyone, he had the most growth out of all the characters, from being picked on and just not being himself to the end of the movie, of really caring for himself and trying to make a future of his own.
For sure. And it took him a long time. He waited till the 11th hour to do that, but he did do it. Yeah.
Yep. A couple others didn't have as big of a role in the movie per se, but we had Columbus Short, who played Hans. He was 24 at the time of this.
Yeah, I think he fit. He's the friend that comes like with him right from the very beginning of all of it. He's kind of like the secondary man who doesn't get as much attention, even though he was down to scam the whole way through with Bartleby.
Yep. Then we got Maria Thayer as Rory, and out of all the freshman college kids, she was the oldest at age 30 when this came out.
Yes, which she doesn't look it.
No, she doesn't.
But I also, so she's the only one that I said earlier has the depth that the rest of the women in this movie lack.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Did I say that correctly? I'm like, I'm like looking at my notes, but also trying to focus on Lil Boy Blue. But no, yeah, she's the one that actually had initiative. She planned things. She acted like as a teacher and almost like dean figure more so than the fake dean for this college. She's the one that like had the idea at the shop at the very beginning that was like, hey, I got this place for you. Like she did all the other heavy lifting.
Yes,
she never seemed to be like the party person. She just kind of seemed to be down to hang out. And yeah, I liked her character the most out of like the side characters.
Her character was one that also changed quite a bit, like Jonah Hill, where she was the one that should have gone into Yale, Harvard, all that kind of stuff. The work that she put behind everything. And then she realized, you know what? It's not worth it to put in all this work, break my back over something that I'm not going to enjoy in the end, possibly.
Yeah. And I mean, how did she not get into those?
Who knows? The story, the plot, it was there for the movie just to get her.
Did you ever see The Breakfast Club?
Yes.
So Ali Sheedy, right, the kind of recluse, who with the black hair, and she's like, "Why are you here in detention?" And spoiler alert, guys, she's like, I was just bored. This feels like her. Like she got in and she just didn't care. She's just helping them anyway. She's just there for the plot.
Plot twist. She actually got accepted every single one, but she was like, I just don't want to fucking deal with the stress of all this shit anymore.
Exactly.
And then a couple others, they weren't necessarily college kids, but still in the story. Anthony Held as Dean Van Horn, and Lewis Black as Uncle Ben.
Yeah, so I think what Anthony held, I'm not sure. And then he's from Boston Public, Silence of the Lambs, X-Files. Like he's a great character actor. If you see his face, you're like, oh, that's that guy. Like he's great. I mean, those are some bangers of shows. I loved Boston Public for the short run it had. And then, goddamn, Sin is. What does she want?
Attention.
I wonder if I'll find out on the recording if anybody can hear this cat screaming around over there. He's tormenting it with what is it, catnip? I swear.
Yeah.
No, but then Lewis Black, who plays Uncle Ben. You said he's a stand-up Daily Show. He's the voice of Anger in the Inside Out movies. he's got a very recognizable voice, and for that reason alone, obviously they're going to cast him for that. But he was great on the Daily Show during the Jon Stewart era, and so I think overall like a pretty fleshed out cast.
Yeah. All right, and we start off with the movie, as I called it, Admissions Denied, where we kind of go through pretty much all those characters, and they have been denied into colleges. They haven't made it, and I also wrote down that Bartleby's parents are assholes because they really think, oh, he didn't make it to college, he's not going to be amount to anything, he's going to just waste his life away by never going to college.
Yeah, I 100% agree. The dad is the stereotypical dad, and the mom is the stereotypical she exists but doesn't really exist. Like anything Bartleby does is like,
Yeah,
for dad, for dad, for dad. He calls out his dad, and then the mom's just like, what the fuck am I doing? Am I here? Do I exist? I don't get it.
yeah,
But she's like the
yeah.
meek
Because it was at
person, and he's the strong one.
yeah, it was at the table dinner discussion where it started off
Yeah.
with like, oh, I'm not getting into college, and then that's where his sister is also introduced as like, oh, we already started college on her. She has a shot. You don't have a shot. And then from there, the mom's like, I need to go check on the casserole or apple pie or something like that.
Yes.
And he makes the joke of, oh yeah, glug glug glug. Oh, my mom's an alcoholic.
Just blatant.
Yeah.
And she just takes it. She doesn't scold him or nothing. Like nothing happens.
Nope.
And that's why I compared this movie to Van Wilder.
Yeah.
And that's a Blake Lively tie for Ryan Reynolds. So there you go. But yeah, it's such a larger than life script of him, like the way Bartleby just kind of snaps and goes through things and everybody just kind of accepts him as a real person. If you and I only talked in one-liners, we'd be like, oh my God, get me out of here. Like, I like my puns, but if that's all I ever spouted, it would be unbearable. And that's what Bartleby is for a lot of that.
Yeah, well, it starts off, with his antics as well as getting fake IDs for everyone at the high school.
Yeah, and then even when the vice principal comes in to yell at them, and I don't know why they did vice principal and not the actual principal. That's a weird script choice, but whatever. He comes in, yells at him, and then Justin Long just like kind of makes fun of him and to his face and just gets away with it. So this dude just gets away with everything, which again leads me to like that Ryan Reynolds kind of that era of movie making back when it was just snappy, 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 no repercussions. But yeah, so that's how we get started in there. And to your point on the mom, like not really having a personality beyond just like glug, 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 she's drinking or whatever. I made a quick list. I was like, before we even got done with the opening credits, they kind of show everybody's little backstory. And I was like, I already know everything about these characters that we're about to get. So you've got like the fast talking young white male with privilege. Mm-hmm. You've got the nerdy overweight friend. You've got the doofus retro friend, the unaware model chick, the athletic black friend, the smart aleck daughter sister character, which we see in everything, unaware parents, crazy uncle with no filter, and then some neurotics. And it's just like every stereotype you could put into a movie, they were like, check the box, check the box, check the box, check the box, check the box. And it's like they're all like the actors and stuff, like I said, are great, but it's just like they are playing into a part that is like, it's one lane and you do not get out of that lane.
Yep. So yeah, from there, this is where they decide, not they, I should say, more Bartleby decides to create a fake college. He takes Harmon Institute and makes South Harmon Institute of Technology the sister college, which just baffles me because he doesn't think about the full picture, but no one else looks into the full picture of it all.
I need to talk about the logistics of this neighborhood he lives in, right? Where the fuck are these institutes? Because it seems like they're like down the street from their high school.
Yep.
How does no one ever heard of the South Harmon Institute of Technology? A, B, or I'm going to say, how do they think they've heard of it? Like, how do they not question that its existence? But B, that old psychiatric hospital, people would know that that's been sitting there defunct down Main Street for decades. Like, it's just crazy. Because, like, I don't understand. Like, everybody buys into this, and that's where you have to make that logic trade where everybody's like, yeah, sure, that building is now a sister college to the main campus, this Ivy League in this small town.
Yeah, so it's not really movie magic. It's movie
Mm.
unawareness, I guess.
Is this the suspend disbelief?
I think at this point.
Yeah. No,
That's what they're
absolutely.
hoping.
And that's fine. Like there's a lot of good movies that make you do this one especially has you just go, "Mm-hmm, sure."
Yeah. There's a few more of those we'll get into touch with it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, from here, then he asks his friend Sherman Schrader, hey, can you create a website just to try and make it
Yep.
all more believable? That way he can prove to his dad that he actually got accepted into college because they get a fake letter in the mail that says, oh, you've been accepted to college. So from there, the relief of, okay, my son got accepted into college. He's now my son again because he's on the right track.
I fucking hate that dad, dude.
He is a piece of shit.
And it's
And
such an antiquated, like, oh, you're nothing if you don't go to that college. Like, we'll talk about it, but times have changed. But,
yeah. So from there, as he's like mowing the lawn, he gets the first check from his dad for $10,000. All right, here you go. You're going to college.
a physical check for 10K.
Yeah.
Mother, turn off the pod because, God, I wish I had gotten a 10K check to go to goddamn college. I
And
paid for all that shit myself. I'm still paying college off.
that's only the first semester too that he got
Yeah.
the $10,000 for.
He's getting 40K minimum. Sin, you son of a- I heard you, Sin. But it's all right. We're moving straight along. I love you, Sin. So he gets the check. But then what I think important that we missed is that the friend Schrader sets up the website in a certain way
Yes.
that actually leads to all this happening.
It's their catchphrase, acceptance is one click away, which they make clickable. So
we didn't tell you to actually make it one click. You're not supposed to accept everybody that does it. Like,
but yeah, from there, that's where you get all the other side characters that were introduced at the beginning.
Yeah.
Hans, Rory, they all want to be like, hey, I want to go to this fake college as well. And apparently, everyone's parents just gives them $10,000 tuition up front. No one's just paying for themselves. It's all like, yeah, sure, here you go.
And Bartleby's parents, for all intents and purposes, are the only ones that care about what their son is doing. They're the only ones that drive in to tour the college, to ask questions. No one else shows up with their parents until the parents' day later on. Dude, again, it is the suspend disbelief movie.
Yeah.
But it is a fun ride. Don't get you wrong.
Continuing with the suspending disbelief, from there, they have to help fake the college more by, like you said, getting the mental institution. Yep. And that's 3 months. They have to renovate this entire place to make it look like a legit college.
Oh, was it 3 months?
Well, I mean, think about it. School year ends. It's usually about 3 months of summer.
I thought it was like a weekend. The lack of care that they put into it, because the bathroom is still covered in shit. That would be the first thing you clean up.
But either way, I feel like 3 months is still a short amount of time for people that don't have the knowledge of renovation skills.
Well, it's like 5 people.
Yeah.
It's not. But I mean, I guess maybe we're supposed to infer through movie magic that they spent this upfront money to hire contractors in there, because what looks like.
You think they hired contractors? After trying to keep it secret, they decided, hey, yeah, fuck it. We're going to hire contractors to make a fake college.
If you pay them under the table, if you're just like, hey, let's keep this off the taxes. I mean, it's Bartleby, right? He's going to scam it. But, well, I mean, it's the size of this building is like that of a grocery store.
Yeah.
But you get inside and it's apparently there's rooms for thousands of people that show up. It's got entire course rooms. Even Bartleby's room is huge. The amount of space that they use in there, it's like, how big is this fucking psychiatric thing in the middle of this town?
Yeah.
But yeah, I got a real kick out of him. I remember watching it the first time, getting a kick out of this when Jonah Hill's character is like, hope you guys have hobo stab insurance. And then when he screams, when the fucking body, I guess, falls out of the ceiling.
Yeah, Jonah Hill
I just remember that.
Great comedic timing in this movie.
Yes, yeah, he's always been good with that. So yeah, I recall laughing at the same jokes 20 years later.
Yeah. So then this is where we get to, it's too convincing, because now all of a sudden, as they do open day for campus, what is that? First day class?
Just orientation?
Yeah, there you go, orientation. Thanks for helping me out through that.
Yeah, I've had many orientations.
Hundreds of people show up for orientation, and that's when they realize that they made it clickable, that everyone was able to get accepted. There's the
Yep.
parents that just drop off their kid that wasn't even accepted into boot camp or anything like that. There's just skaters. There's a stripper that shows up.
The
They just make it
stereotypes
the
that
class
movie.
of misfits.
Yeah, it's every clique,
Hmm.
every demographic. Everybody's just there. Well, uh, a weird like Rory for being great basically scams these non-English speakers to show up for I think fake credits or something to
Yeah,
pretend like students. I was like, oh my god, that's so bad. Of everything happening in this movie, that might be the worst thing that they're doing.
yeah,
Um, and that's after Uncle Ben says that they hire Uncle Ben, or hire in quotes, to
hmm,
be the fake dean for the parents when Bartleby whatever comes in, but he throws out the R word like we
yeah,
got in Flight of the Navigator, and I was like, shit, that's 2 of our reviews in a row. These guys are dropping these things, and this movie came out 20 years later, so I don't know what they're doing.
yeah. But then from there, Bartleby has his speech that tells everyone, I can't reject these people like I got rejected. So it has that kind of wholesome moment where you have
Yeah,
to,
he's good with those speeches.
yes.
One is the
And
neurotic kid that's got like the wild hair, and he's like, I'm just, dude,
his character's name is ADD.
oh, that's Mark Perez. We're gonna have a conversation.
His name was Abernathy Dunlap
Oh, that's
something.
right,
So his initials were
Abernathy.
ADD.
So we got a lot of acronyms going on here with shit and okay,
Yep.
yeah. And then yes, yeah, that guy I do I remember. I don't remember where that actor is from. I've seen him in other stuff, and I can't. I
Yeah.
should have looked it up. I really should have looked him up. But yeah, I liked him. But man, so the way the students interacted with Justin Long as if he were the founder,
Yep.
the dean, their own parent was crazy. The amount of respect this random student just gets. Everybody's like, you talked first. You're the leader of all of this. There's no faculty. There's nobody. It's just
Well,
you.
yeah. The
And
first thing was the skater in the crowd being like, "Who the hell are you?" And then he gives a speech,
dude,
and then they accept him.
dude, I I hated that skater that said that. I wrote down, you walk in and you say that shit, expelled. You are out the door. You ask me who the hell I am in a loud crowd like that, like you own the place, you're getting the fuck out of here, man. But anyway, that would be me
Yeah,
running.
you do hate skaters.
I don't hate skaters.
You just said you hated him.
I hated that skater. How dare you? Don't make all the skaters come after me. We have skater friends.
So yeah, after that, he decides to go to Harmon, South Harmon. Is it just Harmon?
No, it's just Harmon.
Okay, yeah,
Or no, I think it
yeah.
is South.
I think it's just Harmon. Harmon.
Guys, I don't know. Don't know. Yeah, it might be just Harmon University.
Yeah. Either way, he goes to Harmon University to figure out what college is all about.
Yeah,
He
with
goes,
the evil dean of that one
yes,
of the starting
who's
the Van Horn Gateway.
yes, that was his whole ploy. And what stood in the way of his Van Horn Gateway was South Harmon, or what they knew it as, a old mental hospital that shut down.
Yeah, they think it's just empty buildings and the fucking so yeah, that's the the other driver in this movie. Besides the entire scheme of starting a college, it was these guys, this stuck up Ivy League people are like, hey, I'm going to shut you down and I want to own all this land and make a big thing so I look like I'm Yale and Harvard and all this stuff. I want Harmon to have this prestige. And then he hires like the leader of students to go do this task. What the fuck are you talking about? It's like if you asked me to go, I don't know, go talk about shutting down some building. I'm like, okay, I'll go ask them. Yeah, that'll be my job. Of all my qualifications.
Who knows? It's that movie magic.
It is.
So after he goes to there, he realizes, okay, we gotta have to have classes. So then
Mm-hmm.
he decides to create this whiteboard and ask people, hey, what would you like to learn?
Yeah, it's basically just a piece of the wall, right? Isn't it? Like just a,
I think,
isn't
yeah,
it?
it might have been just a piece of wall. I mean, it was a whiteboard that
Because I
they
think
wrote
they,
on.
yeah, for sure. But it's like they wheeled in like the big piece of it at the end. It looked like it was pieces of the wall or something at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, which is a fun idea. I like the wall.
Mhm. It's good concept, but the classes that they wrote down were absolutely ridiculous. I have a list of these classes.
Oh, you wrote them down?
I paused the movie and I went through and tried to figure out what some of these were and what they said.
I love that. I just rolled my eyes, so I'm excited to hear these.
All right, so the class list that we have is fireworks.
Okay. Okay.
I feel like that one you could see some
Debatable.
merit in it.
Yeah.
Bumper stickers.
Absolutely not.
Mm,
That would be graphic design, but I get it.
graphic design, maybe marketing.
Yeah, lightly. Yeah.
Drunk dialing etiquette.
That's insane.
Yes, that one is bonkers.
They didn't even clip to that.
No. Skateboarding.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah. Hmm.
The art of kissing.
Okay, that's anatomy. Okay, I can. I
No, that
it's,
one. No, that one's bonkers. I'm sorry.
no, no. I was like, I agree. It is bonkers. I didn't want to harp on the fact that it was written by a guy to then kiss the hot chicks, and it wasn't the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The history of beer.
Okay, I don't mind that one.
Yeah.
Brewmasters in the future.
Advanced skepticism.
Yeah. Okay, that's basically psych and sociology
Hmm.
and that was another great term for that I'm blanking on.
We'll just continue on. Making balloon animals.
I mean, it is a skill, but it is definitely not a main course.
No. Hitting on strippers.
Again, same guy that wrote down the kissing.
Hangover remedies.
Nope.
There could be
Nope.
some science in there of like
But
chemistry, learning different stuff, what reacts with what,
do you
maybe.
think they're working with chemicals? I think they're just drinking more beer to be like, that's how you get rid of the hangover. You just continue to
Chemistry
get
isn't
drunk.
always chemicals.
Yes, it is. Every single time it's always
It's
chemicals.
not.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I will not be questioned on this topic. I'm going to get a chemicals quiz on our next episode.
Lap dancing.
That's, as long as I think, do you think a female signed that one up because of the main stripper character or side?
Maybe,
But she
but
wanted to get away from it.
yeah.
So maybe not. I don't know.
And then the last one, which was said, men the weaker sex.
Rory. Well, she did like the
No.
meditation, but I feel like Rory would have.
Oh yeah, I wrote that one down. Yeah.
Yeah. So, which of those classes would you have attended? Would you have attended Lap Dance 101?
No, I wouldn't have. It was
Yeah,
actually lap dancing 300.
Oh, 3. I'm definitely, dude. I'm in. Dean's List. I will be a proctor for that class. You just get to sit in and like take notes about the class.
I feel like
make sure that they're up to grade, like to state standards.
yeah. If I were to join any of the classes, the history of beer, I think would be a good one.
Yep.
Fireworks.
Yep.
And
I'd blow off a finger. I don't know if I'd like that one.
yeah, maybe like skateboarding.
I could learn how to use. Yeah, I could learn how to skateboard. I can't do. I have no use for the balloon animals.
No.
I got kissing down, guys. I ain't worried about that one. Yeah, I might actually copy that, but I wouldn't do the fireworks because if you're building the fireworks, there's no way people aren't losing appendages. Was that all of them, or just ones you could spot in the clip?
That's all I could grab from the clip. Old movie,
Okay.
kind of blurry to see the other words.
Yeah, I don't think they want you to see all of it. So. What does that bring us to?
I have the next part is the frat tries to destroy shit.
Ooh, the evil frats. Yeah, I've never been a fan of frats.
So this is where
or
Hoyt
sororities.
No. Hoyt tries to work on getting the land for South Harmon Gate. He goes to the doorstep and asks, "Hey, what is this place?" Finds out it's South Harmon Institute of Technology. He's never heard of it. And that's where he goes to his dean and talks about, "Hey, there's a college there." And the dean says, "I've never heard of this college. Colleges don't just sprout up overnight." So he's like, "Figure this out. There's got to be more behind it."
Yeah, and Hoyt, just for the record, he's the student leader or whatever that the evil dean sends out. He's also the former boyfriend of Blake Lively's character.
Yeah, Monica.
Who just rampantly cheats on her. Like, he's got no redeeming qualities.
No. He's just a piece of shit frat boy. They leaned into the stereotypes of that.
Yep. Which, I mean, so then obviously then he sends that letter to all the parents, unbeknownst to Bartleby and them, like once they're kind of getting into their vibe of everything.
Kind of in a sense, yeah. So what happens from there is Bartleby goes to the Harmon Institute, and that's where he finds Sherman being hazed. And he's in the
Yes.
giant wiener costume,
Ask me about my
asking me
wiener.
about my wiener. There's other stuff behind the scenes that's happened with Sherman Schrader where there was going to be a Roaring Twenties party, and he plays a character that gets the shit beat out of him. Um,
Yeah. He's
it's
always
just he's
wearing a large costume.
yeah he's just not accepted in this fraternity whatsoever.
No, which is, and he's a legacy too. So it's more of those like the good-looking jocks versus the overweight nerdy kid. Like, so they're not accepting him. And Bartleby knows it. Jonah Hill's character doesn't, or he gets it, but he doesn't care because he wants to be in so bad. Like that's when his dream is to join this frat and be part of this. And it's classic frat versus the regular guy. And yeah, I did like the party that Hoyt interrupts, like when they're all in their you know roaring 20s outfits and stuff like that, because then he hits the sprinklers and everybody's getting electrocuted. First off, let's not pretend like they are not all dead, because those were live amateur band equipment, like all hooked up, amp stuff
That
just going.
actually no, that's a real band. The Ringers was actually a real band that they got for this.
Well, in the movie. But I didn't know that. Ringers, I've never even heard of the Ringers.
Yeah.
Was the guy that plays the lead
Yep.
kind of wacko guy, is he actually in the band?
Yep.
Wow, I like that actor, or
Yeah.
that band leader. I don't know, he was great.
Yeah. They did a really good job of just incorporating an actual band into the movie.
Yeah, that's
Um,
awesome.
and then a couple other things, crazy antics going on campus was his sister showing up,
Oh, yep, forgot about
and
her.
that's where your whole where does this whole like universe take place? Because she's like,
Yes,
oh, I stopped by after school.
exactly.
Why couldn't the parents just show up? Hey,
Exactly.
we're gonna stop and say hi. Like when they called on the phone, oh, it's been so long since I've talked to you. Your son is apparently just down the street where your daughter can walk to him.
That's what I'm saying. Bartleby's house, you walk down Main Street, and then you've got Harmon Institute, and a couple blocks to the left is South Harmon Institute of Technology, and behind that is their old babysitter, and then to the right is where the mom goes to get, I don't know, her nails done. I'm doing the stereotypes here. And then the dad goes to the barber shop on the other side, and they talk about the newspaper and what's good with sports. Like, this town is so small, but it's supposed to be so big. I don't know, because everybody that flows in, they don't know half of them, but they should know everybody that shows up to enroll, or that got accepted to shit.
Yeah. And then going back to the concert that you're talking about, that's where
Mm-hmm.
the frat boys kind of crash the party, and the girl that cheats with Hoyt against Monica,
Oh, that's
she
right.
notices that Sherman Schrader is there in the crowd, and they kind of make a connection that, oh, Sherman is friends with the people from shit, so we're gonna exploit him even more.
Poor guy caught in the middle.
Yeah.
And
So
I do like when Bartleby interacts with those frat guys, like even at the house when he first sees them, he's like, "There's a lot of sexually repressed energy here, and I'll let you get back to like your anti-Semitism, and I'm not into guys, but I respect your choice." Like everything that Hoyt says, he turns it around on him, and
yes.
it is again, it's very quick fire, but there's a lot of good one-liners in there.
Yeah, he has one about
There's
a
even
yacht club.
I wrote that down. Banning minorities from your yacht club. Like you let him get back to doing that.
Yeah.
Um, and there was even a line of like, this isn't even related to the frats when they were talking. I think it was Schrader. No, maybe it was Bartleby and what's the other friend that started it? What is his name?
Hands.
Hands. Yeah, when him and Hands are talking, and he's like, "Remember when we had to steal your parents' birth control?" And that's how Lizzie was born. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. Oh shit.
I did like that.
So yeah, pretty much what happened is they beat the information out of Sherman Schrader,
Yep.
and then from there they created Parents' Day, which is just weird. Of how did they get all the information for all the parents? I get Bartleby getting his information for
Mm,
his parents, but all the
that's
other students.
well. The students, I guess, maybe when they clicked like the except they probably did fill out maybe their address and maybe just sent everything to their home
So
address.
so they had a hacker or something like that to get all the other people's like
Well, no,
the kids.
I think they said that they got the mailing list. Schrader gave them the mailing
Oh,
list from
okay.
the website and all the
Uh,
user stuff. Yeah.
All right,
So they
all
at some
right.
point they filled out everything. I'm sorry to pop a hole in your plot hole, pop a hole in your plot hole, but I think they do throw away that line. Like Schrader gave him access to everything
Okay,
once he
so that's
started
fine.
getting
Yeah,
beat up by them. Yeah.
that's fine. Keep defending the movie. You're doing good.
Hey, you brought. Hey, I will say on an aside, we did the Flight of the Navigator, and you guys obviously the audio was, but there was one part that was so bad I had to cut it out. But it was where we got done reviewing the movie, and Nate was like, "Yeah, it's a movie," and I was like, "God damn, he doesn't like this." But I couldn't. It was so bad I had to chop it. And then I was like, I felt like I was faking your reaction, so he didn't like it as much as maybe the edit would have alluded to. So I think I'm giving this one its full breadth of like, there's good and bad in this one as
Yes.
well. I think they both have like their good and bad.
Oh yeah. So yeah, parents find out, the cops are called, they get fraud and shut
The
down
cops show up.
shit.
Yeah. No one gets arrested.
No, no one gets arrested at all.
Bartleby, you're free to go.
Yeah, it's that movie magic. From there, they end up in the gas station and they're kind of wondering, they got a mail that Sherman appeals for shit to be accredited.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. So
Oh,
that's
that's right,
kind
because
of
that was
where,
the main thing, is they were going to shut them down because they weren't accredited. Like, that
hmm
was the loophole that they were going to get them kicked out for, even though there's no way they have the rights to the property they were on anyway, and blah, blah,
yeah.
blah, but whatever.
So then that's where kind of Sherman has his big turning point of, you know what, I don't want to be Sherman who goes to Harmon. I want to be Sherman that starts my own path and doesn't follow my like father's footstep of going to the fraternity and doing my own thing.
Absolutely.
So yeah, they had a courtroom session, and at first it starts off, oh, it's going to be in a small room. It's not that
Mm-hmm.
big of a deal. So all of a sudden, oh, actually, it's in the main hall. Pretty much everyone from South Harmon Institute showed up to support the accreditation process.
Yeah, Schrader pulled a reverse on the mailing list. He then told everybody about the accreditation hearing. So yeah, he kind of did against the frat what they did to him by using everybody in the book against him.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
So
a good little ploy.
get the court scene of how do you defend yourself? What was the three things? They needed faculty, curriculum, and facility.
Yes, which is not true. You need way more for accreditation. I looked up Ohio, I think is where it is. Ohio's accreditation rules. But there was a lot. It was not three simple things at a hearing. But
Yeah.
again, whatevs, movie magic.
Yeah, for movie time's sake, let's just go over those three.
Yeah.
So, first one they have is facility, which they've leased the old mental hospital.
Yep.
Kind of get voided on that one pretty quick.
Yeah, which, just to squirrel this topic, is there's a point where they are looking at the dorms for the first time, and those fucking douchebags bust a hole through the wall. And I was like, what? I know this movie's logic is insane, but that's on such a different, dumb logic that I could not believe it. I was so mad. I'm so mad at some of these side characters that just go
No,
to this school.
it's weird. I mean, to even further your point, Bartleby having the crazy room with the clap on disco ball.
Yep.
And I'm like, so you just exploited all these people's money and then they're
Yep.
fine with it in the end?
And
They're like,
again,
ah, it's okay.
exactly. When his was so nice, he had a contractor. Look, did you see that room in the bar? He didn't do that with himself.
It was the people that did the skateboarding ramp, all right? They learned how to construct the
That's true.
ramps, so therefore he hired them to just make his room
That's true. I mean, that
awesome.
school had a skateboarding ramp, a big half pipe, and then it
Yeah,
had a full pool. They only focused on those really. The only two I think they had the budget for the
tiki
movie.
bar.
But the tiki bar next to the pool, yeah. So there was those two was like their big facilities, right, or like their extracurricular type areas. Where one of them, the pool was used for watching women.
Yeah,
Again, dude, this movie treats women like they are alive for one purpose, and it threw me for a loop every time.
this movie is a product of its time,
Absolutely.
and that's what makes it rough as a rewatch.
It's a frat built movie. It's a built for that kind of like party guy kind of thing. But there are, like you said, like even to Bartleby's final speech and stuff, like there is heart to the movie. Luckily, like if it
Yeah,
didn't have heart, this movie's a throwaway. But because you've got good acting and heart and some good one-liners, I mean, it makes for a breeze of a watch.
yeah. So yeah, we went over facility. So from there they got curriculum where they just rolled in the whiteboard. hey, these are the
Yeah.
classes, and that's where they call out, oh, bumper stickers, it's preposterous, it's not a class. Yes, I agree with the dean on that side a little bit.
Yep, I agree as well. Well, I did catch one from the board that I think you missed. The climb and fall of Chevy Chase.
Oh,
That was
right, that
on
was,
there.
yep.
And I was like, dude, they even hated him back in 2006. Dude is renowned for being a piece of shit, even though he was like the key figure in these like classic feel good movies. But anyway,
Yeah. And then the last one is faculty. They have the
yes.
big quote from that one: faculty stand, everyone rises, and they realize, hey, your students can't be faculty, which I think is bullshit in a sense. You should be able to be learning from anyone. It doesn't matter who they are.
I agree. I think that, I mean, it's a great kind of, I don't know, spotlight on the way college is now, where it's like all electives and you learn stuff that isn't maybe true to life or doesn't get used later on. But their college and like what they're doing is like, yeah, you're going to get everybody that's practicing their specific thing. It's going to go on to be a leader of those certain things that other people are then going to want to buy and expand on it. I do think the conceit is cool to have a college where you choose what you want to learn and it's just whatever. There's not just, you still need core stuff. I do agree you still need basics so that people can function in society, but you can like use the main thrust of that money to, I don't know, take your own path.
But I feel like the basics and the core values should be stuff that's studied throughout high school, middle school, all
Yes.
that kind of stuff.
Yes. I
College is,
agree.
you're paying money, therefore you should be able to choose what you learn.
No, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think K through 12 is where you get the basics. And then I guess like when you get to college, then the electives are like, well, I can choose like a core class if I wanted to, but you're not required. In college, you're required to get
Hmm.
these main classes out of the way, and they're the ones that drag. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I was talking to a coworker actually, and he was talking about his junior college experience. He was saying
Okay.
how his attendance was part of his grade.
Yes, participation, all that shit.
And
Hmm.
that's always a rough part. It's like, you're paying for this college. Why do I need to show up? It's my choice if I didn't show up. I'm still giving you money.
Yeah, and they will drop you out of classes and flunk you because you didn't show up, and it's like, you have my money. What do you care if I'm actually there or not?
Yeah.
It's never made any sense.
Yeah. Either way, at the end of the faculty stand, they realize, hey, this isn't actual faculty. So they're, I guess, yeah, his uncle stands up as the only faculty member.
Because he used to work at the main one with that evil dean. Yeah.
Yeah. And the comment in there from Jonah Hill is like such an off putting comment, but it's so great is, hey, that's my mother's brother you're talking about, instead of, hey, that's my uncle you're talking about.
That's, I didn't even catch the phrasing on that. Is that when he tells him to sit down and then he's like, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, and he sits down? Yeah. He's still like meek under the dean's rule.
Yeah. So after everything is given out, then that's where Bartleby gives his big speech about, hey, I know about rejection, and I can see it in your guys' eyes. Did the system ever work out for you? Did you follow your dreams? Did you go for what you want? And from there, they end up approving him under a probation period of a year.
Yeah, which I think I liked that ending because any other movie might just be like, well, yeah, you're free to go, do what you want. Everybody throws stuff in the air and then it just flashes forward
They
a
give
year.
that fairy tale ending.
Yes, but this one's like, hey, we're gonna be kind of down to earth and be like, hey, we're gonna let you try this out to prove that this is something that should be allowed. Like I did enjoy a little bit of logic in there in their decision.
Yeah. So yeah, that just about ends the movie. And then we get to
I
the
think
one guy that wanted to learn one thing while he was there, and that was blow shit up with his
when he's like moving pineapples with his
mind.
mind early on in the movie, like you see him trying to manipulate objects with his head just to make him explode is working to some degree, but he never quite pulls it off.
So maybe that's how this movie gets by with all the bullshit shenanigans, is because in the end, he learns how to blow stuff up with his mind, and which was a car.
Wasn't it the Dean's car?
Yeah, it was Van Hort's or Van Horn.
Yep.
And
I and I remember seeing that the first time, and you're like, okay, they jumped the shark, I guess. um, but it was funny. It makes her just kind of like, okay, we're just fucking having fun here. Like we're not taking any of this seriously. This doesn't this fucking whole town of Harmon lives in a goddamn wormhole where logic doesn't make sense anymore.
that, or he
Oh
was
my god.
batshit crazy, and he rigged an explosion to the car to make it seem like he did.
What if this entire movie was actually a working psychiatric hospital. What if they were all in there and Bartleby just had illusions of grandeur? Like, what if...
All right, so we're gonna come out with a sequel that's a mockumentary about this.
Yeah, what if it was never shut down and that was just him thinking he was going to come and make this place a college, but everybody in there is an inmate. Everybody in there fits some sort of personality disorder.
Could write that for sure. That could be a great way to work around it.
Oh man. Okay, I'm running with that theory that this was all a Jacob's Ladder scenario type thing where like it's all in their head, which is it's called to how did this get made? They always refer to a Jacob's Ladder scenario because it's a big conceit on a movie where it kind of pulls the rug out from underneath you and you're like, this was all fake. But I do like, if this movie's that crazy and he blew up with his mind, he's just a dude strapped to a bed in there talking about pineapples, and that's that dude's story.
All right, yeah, that's fair, but that's accepted.
Yeah, that is. I accept that was accepted. Yeah, there's again, like, I think overall it's an easy watch. If you're looking for something that you can just kind of sit back and enjoy for a night, go for it.
Yeah,
no harm, no foul.
It's definitely one that was catered more to the youth of like, hey, you can learn anything. You just got to put the time and effort into it. You don't have to listen to anyone else.
Which then, I mean, with that being the review, this leads us to what we're going to talk about in relation to the movie, which are our two topics for next week. And Nate, what are those topics? So actually, what is your topic?
My topic is hazing.
Hazing, yes.
Might get a little dark.
Yeah, I was going to say I remember there used to be one like beep beep, I'm a Jeep, and you just walk around on all fours. That one always made me laugh because it's just so stupid and funny. It's beep beep, I'm a Jeep, and you just run into people. But yeah, then it gets real dark. But anyway, I'm not doing any of that research, and Nate's not researching mine. But mine is the fall of college. So it's all great. Sometimes, like, we try to have very light stuff, and then whenever we get to the real news or like real research, it's always a little darker. That says something, right? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I guess.
Yeah, we'll do that next week.
In the meantime, you got any recommendations for everyone?
You know, I'm glad you asked, because I do. I have two types of recommendations. Now my first one is a Todd recommendation.
Fucking overachiever.
And that is, well, no, you'll figure out why here in a second, is The Pit on HBO. The Pit is great. Everybody that watched the first season, came out while we weren't recording, knows that it was great. It's quite accurate to the medical field. It's obviously not 100%, but the acting is great. It's just, and it makes you nervous watching the whole thing. It's one of those that you kind of sit on the edge of your seat. It's a great drama.
Yeah, I've seen Kat many a times watching it. Like, oh fuck, she's loves that show.
Yeah, I bet medical professionals are just like, they're always analyzing, like, oh, did they do that right, or they did say that correctly, and yeah. I'm really liking it. I've only watched the first episode of the second season, which just started in not in your timeline, listeners, but closer to ours. It's only a couple weeks off. But then my second pick, I'm calling my mom's pick. Okay, and I'm saying this because she doesn't know about this, because my mom and I do not have the same taste in movies. Complete opposites, almost. Complete opposites. So I would say, but even though that's the case, that's the setting I'm putting here, for people like my mother who don't like crazy dark stuff and like, you know, F-bombs, I don't know how you listen to this podcast, but like don't like that kind of stuff all the time, but kind of like a more, would like an accepted, you know, where you kind of flights of fancy, those kind of like suspension of disbelief. The show Paradise was kind of that to me, where it's like, it's kind of fun. There's some, you know, serious stuff in there, but it's just kind of a larger than life, easy story to... Oh, now I'm kind of backtracking because it's not the easiest story to digest. It's a little, there's kind of some suspense and like intrigue in there, but it is just, I don't know. Guys, I don't know. Just watch and tell me what. But I think that's my mom's pick. I'm now that I'm talking about Paradise, I'm like, it's a little darker than I recall, but I got done and I was like, you know what? That was just fun and crazy enough that I think my mother would love that. So if you're like, hey, every time Todd suggests something, I fucking hate it. Well, here, take the opposite pick and go do that.
Huh?
That's I don't know if that was successful, listeners. You tell me. But Nate, what are your recommendations?
My recommendation this week, Todd has access to this. He's had access to a while. It is
Hmm.
Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Yep, it's on my nightstand.
So
I
yeah, it
have
is
to
a series.
prioritize other stuff. Okay. Sorry, go on. You're
Yeah,
gonna go on.
it's a series by Matt Dinneman, and it's a lit RPG where pretty much the premise is one night, or one, I guess I don't even say night, just sometime on Earth, all the man-made areas just collapse and everyone in them die. The only people that survived are the people outside of those man-made objects.
Spoiler alert.
It's in the first like chapter, so
And Nate does not read often, so when he does, it should be a good rec.
yeah. So I'm on the third book in the series right now. No wait, fourth book.
I only stole 2 books from your home.
Yeah, and I'm on the fourth book.
You have 2 more?
Yeah,
Where was the third one? I never saw that.
because I was reading it at the time you were
Okay. Fair
stealing
enough.
things.
Touche. That's what happens when I dog sit and cat sit.
But yeah, so I think the author is working on the 8th book to come out sometime this year in May, I believe. But overall, it's a great book, great read, and you'll enjoy Princess Donut.
Oh, I'm intrigued as well. Okay. Yeah, I will report back if I ever get around to it. I should, now that I'm done with this other book. But yeah, okay. Good Rex. Real quick, Nate, I'm going to try a segment. And I don't know if you have anything ready. I mean, because I kind of briefly mentioned it, but I don't think you do. But it's the ins and outs of the current ecosystem around us right now. So I've got an in and an out.
Okay.
Out, the willingness to start World War III for Greenland. Okay, that's out. We don't want to do that. We don't need World War III, and we don't need Greenland, and we don't have any
just
ownership
to
of it.
raise on that, is it because also some idiot decided to say he didn't want to be neighbors with Russia if they take over Greenland, yet Alaska and Russia are practically almost touching? Okay. Right.
That would be that same person, yes.
Do you think that same idiot thinks that Alaska and Hawaii live in a box in the map?
Yes, was that from the Daily Show?
No, I have no idea.
Really? Oh shit. Everybody's making fun of him right now. I'm trying to everything I see. I'm just it's just Greenland. Why? It doesn't make any. Ugh. That's out, guys. It's out. What's in is watching that ICE agent slip on the ice. Google that. It's
so
great.
Oh,
it's so good.
It is.
Google it, guys.
So good.
All right, those are my ins and outs for this week.
That's fair. I guess you want to close us out?
Oh, yeah. I mean, let's see. What should we have them do? Should we have them follow us on our socials? I would say you guys follow us at the End of Sci on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And yeah, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your loved ones. And Nate, what should they do?
Comment, share,
Tell the
us.
ones they hate. You son of a bitch.
Guys, I haven't listened to Todd at all this podcast.
I softballed you up for that one. Guys, it's even a flow. I was in a flow state there. I teed you up and you just stared blankly into the mic, the void in front of you.
I just feel like it's always a trick question with him. There's something else.
No, I got to get through these things correctly. Yeah, tell the ones you hate. Yeah, you know the drill. We like all listeners. Bad, good, and otherwise. So yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. And yeah, rate us and all that good stuff.
All right. I guess with that, Battle Royale.
That's your line?
Yeah, throwing you a curveball.
Shit, I even wrote in my notes, I know exactly what Nate's line is going to be. And it was about who wants to be a shithead or welcome shitheads. Or it was about calling them shitheads. And I was like, that's Nate's line. Fuck, I didn't call it. All right. Battle Royale, and it's fucking Candyland. Bye.
Bye.